All right, what's going on, everyone? It's Cody with Nothing But Cardboard, and today we're doing a PSA reveal through the PSA app. And I have to do it this way because I lost the video of the actual reveal, and I have since sold some cards. So, since I don't physically have them, rather show you guys the cards through the PSA app, rather than flipping through all these random eBay sales pages. So, this is a 24 card order from the December bulk holiday special. Of the 24 cards, 20 of them were my personal, three of them were John's, and then one of them was NBC's cards uh, from a previous challenge video. And if you saw the preview to this submission, you'll know what I'm talking about. But before we dive into the cards themselves, we can peek down at the bottom here and see that the cards were received at PSA on January 6th, and they were shipped back just a month later, roughly February 24th, but the order technically completed on February 17th. So let's run through the cards and let's see what grades we got. And as I go through the review or the reveal here, I'll tell you what cards have sold. I'll maybe throw up something on the screen just so you can visually see it as well. But I'll tell you what the profit margins were for the cards that I sold. So for this first one here, we have the Community Prestige Patrick Mahomes rookie card. This is the extra points red. I believe at the time this was a pop 7. So I think the blue extra points is a little bit more common, whereas this red extra points is not. So if we look down at the bottom, PSA estimates anywhere from 340 to 609. I'm valuing this card a little bit higher just because of the population of it. Since he lost the Super Bowl, this hasn't sold at a premium. So I have $95 into this card. I should make a good profit here. Next one here is another Prestige, but this one is a base card of Patrick Mahomes. And as you can tell from the bottom corners here, it's not 10 quality. I thought it was going to get a 9, but it ended up getting an 8. This card also hasn't sold. I'm trying to make a little bit of money back here. I have $63 into the card. I'll be lucky to make, 50 back. That's just my assumption. Got another Patrick Mahomes here. This is a flashback silver prism. It actually got the gem at 10. Bought this card for 21.95, and then of course the grading fees and all the shipping turned that investment into a $42 investment. Sold the card for about $85 and made $32 in profit. So this is an example of a prolific quarterback in the league where you can get a veteran card and still make a decent profit. Honestly, if I could buy 10, 20 of these and get tens, I'll take $30 profit all day. This is the Patrick Mahomes orange out of 25. Not a premier set like Prism, but this is from Rookies and Stars. This is the NBC card. I had always pre-graded this a 9, but when we did the challenge, we had such good results from that order that I think it would have bumped up to a 10. So grading it with this submission, it did end up getting my pre-grade estimate of 9. This card hasn't sold, but I figured NBC should just invest a little bit of money here to get it graded and sell it as a 9 instead of raw. We'll see what happens there. Either way, I think we're taking a little bit of a loss. How about a Josh Allen rookie introductions from Absolute? Love the look of this card, even though it's not a prolific set by any means, but this did get the gem at 10. I think this card cost $37 all in, including grading and shipping. It sold for $140. Great come up. Made $85 off of a base card from Absolute. Got a Bryce Young here. This actually ended up getting an 8. I thought this was going to get a 10, but John pointed out that the right edge was kind of like rolled. It's kind of weird. You can also see it on the left side too. Like it's not a super sharp 90-degree edge. But it just looks rolled. I haven't I don't know if that was the specific issue because we also saw some smudges on the front. So I'm debating whether or not I want to crack it out and see if I can't get, a 10. I don't know if that's even possible, but the centering on the card looks great. Getting an 8 here kind of sucks. This is one of John's cards. This is the Anthony Richardson tie-dye, 1 out of 25 from Select. It ended up getting a 9. I don't have sales data on John's card, so we'll just keep it moving here. We also have the second card from John's portion here. This is the Justin Herbert Silver Prism Field Level. Got a 9. I thought this was a nice card. I don't know why I got a 9, not a 10. Corners were super sharp, edges, maybe the centering. I think we've come to the conclusion that PSA favors a heavier top than a more balanced card. I could be wrong. So we got two Mike Evans. This one is a Topps Chrome refractor. Did get the Gem at 10. Have not sold this card, but have about $40 into it. This is the Bowman Chrome refractor, PSA 10. Got about $29 into it. Has not sold. I'm looking for about a buck 20 on each of those. So it'll be a nice profit on those if they do so. That was the only luck I had on wide receivers on this order. Justin Jefferson's going to be the next. This is the hollow. Got a 9. I thought it was going to be a 10, but I think during this order, PSA came out with the revised centering expectations. So unfortunately, got a 9 here. I think it would have been intolerance according to their previous, centering expectations for a gem at 10. I already sold this card for $45. I actually lost $23 on this card. Lost more money on this one. Jackson Smith and Jibba. I bought this card because I had him in fantasy, and that really doesn't translate. Jackson had a really, really strong end of season, and his value in the market, as at least for hollows, doesn't go well. So I ended up selling this card for $12. Took a $14 loss, but just trying to move it out, get some money back. Nico Collins, Orange Prism out of 49, did get a 9. I thought this was going to get a 10. Again, it could be a centering issue with the new tolerance. This card hasn't sold, but I only have $26 into it. We have two Trey McBride XRCs. Both of them have sold. This first one was a 9. Sold it for $30, lost $16 on it, but made up for it with this PSA 10. Sold it for $85, which I made $35 on this card. So I sold it for 85. Profit was 35. So it offsets the loss on the Trey McBride. I still have a little bit of a profit there. This Gronkowski I thought was going to be a 9 with a chance at a 10. I thought the appeal of the card would have bumped it up. But I think there's just the centering was going on with it and it ended up getting an 8. And maybe I'm just not, maybe I just missed something. But ultimately, sold this card for $30, took a $15 loss on this one. Micah Parsons, just off centered, heavy bottom here. This is an orange prism out of 249. Sold this card as well, sold it for $30, took a $21 loss. Not really doing good on the tail end here. Miles Garrett, Silver Prism, got a PSA 9. Sold this card for $37 as a 9, made $8 in profit. Watch out. XRC, super off centered back. Wasn't expecting the super high grade. I thought it was going to be a 9, and it ended up getting a 9. Um, Sold this one for $57 already and took a $22 loss. How about a Miles Garrett veteran cracked ice? Ended up getting the gym at 10. Sold it for $65 and made $11. So out of made $11 in profit. So out of the three Miles Garrett, the only non-rookie card actually made the most profit, but it was also the highest grade. How about a Braden Point Young Guns canvas? It did get the gym at 10. This is going in the PC. It was a $40 investment, so it's just going to sit there and I don't know. I may sell it eventually. Don't know. I have a great Braden Point collection. This was the highlight of the order here. This was the Andre Vasilevsky Black Ice out of 25. It ended up getting a 9. I was confident in the 9. I thought there was a really good opportunity for it to get a 10. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it except for potentially the center in here. We can clearly see that the right side and the top side is a little bit heavier than the left and bottom. But nevertheless, sold the card for $450 already, made $110 in profit. You never see this card. I'm kind of regretting selling it, but um, it is what it is. You gotta move these cards. That way you can keep on recouping more. If I did better on the other cards, like the Miles Garrett's, the tight ends, the wide receivers, maybe I would have kept this and stashed it. But since I needed to recover so much loss on this order, I had to sell this card, even though it killed me. This is John's final card, the Albert Pujols Topps Chrome traded. Ended up getting a nine. I think it was just centering. We got crushed with the centering on this order. We sent it with the previous guidelines for PSA 10 centering, and they changed it while our order was there, and we got crushed. Anyways, got a nine here. I'm sure John made a killing on this already. And the last card of the order, this is my Topps Holiday Shohei Ohtani. My gem mint rate with this guy is just absolutely crushing. Um, I bought this card for $7. I had $27 into it. Got the gem mint 10, sold it for 90, a profit of $52. So not the best order as far as grades go, but as of right now, as it stands today, selling all but six cards, one technically seven because I'm PCing the Braden Point. I'm only at a total loss of $99. So even if I can get the PSA estimate, the low side, $300 for the Patrick Mahomes, I'm in the profit, and then I got five other cards that I could sell. So overall, I think it's going to be a great order as far as an investment standpoint. It could have been way better. Um, by either getting better grades or not sending so many, cards that were on the edge of being a nine or 10 based off of centering. Lessons learned here, but at the end of the day, if you can end with an order in the green or in the black, I think that's a success, especially because I get to keep a nice Braden Point canvas Young Guns. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us on this one. I know it's not our usual reveal approach here, but figured I wanted to give you guys a conclusion on this order, regardless of the format. So we appreciate you guys. We have more orders coming this year. I'm sending an order every single month to PSA so that we can have fresh content and fresh inventory on the eBay page because I'm trying to make 2025 my best year in the hobby. So stay tuned. We have some more reveals in the near future, and we'll see you next.